Hey there guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another Best Class Setup in Cold War video. I know Season 2 is right around the corner, but we are taking a look at one of the weapons from Season 1, which has been a little bit looked over, unfortunately. We are, of course, talking about the Groza here today, and this was requested by a lazy Pop-Tart in the comment section. So, normally we do take requests, and normally the turnaround isn't this fast, but because the Season 2 is dropping very, very soon, we're a little bit short of content, which is... Anyway, just before we do get into this best Groza class setup here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. It really does help me out, and I massively appreciate it. We are, of course, looking for 5,000 subscribers very, very soon, and of course, 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you could help me out, that would be absolutely massive. So let's just jump straight into our best Groza class setup here, because there's a lot to talk about with this particular weapon. So as usual with these class setup videos, the timestamps will be on the video's loading bar, and of course in the description. So if you do want to check that out straight away, the attachments, make sure you do skip to that section. But we are going to start off with our secondary attachments here. We're looking at the Akimbo Magnums. These are absolutely hilarious in this game. They are a lot of fun to use. We start off with that agency suppressor, so we get a little bit of increase to our recoil control as well as that muzzle flash concealment. We also want the task force barrel to do the most amount of damage per shot. We want the body for that 5 milliwatt laser, then we want the magazine, the 12 round fast mag, of course, to have the most amount of bullets to fire, and then the dual wield, which does take the last level to unlock these bad boys, but it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun to run around with Akimbo Magnums. In the tactical slot, we are taking that stim shot, of course, being able to jam this into your leg and continue on with your gameplay. Your streak keeps going with the stim shot. You can take this and just not worry about getting into gunfights because you'll always be at full health most of the time. In the lethal slot, we can take the Semtex C4 frag Molotov or the Tomahawk, depending on how you do want to play. I like the Semtex and the C4. In the field upgrade slot, we're taking that field microphone. Unlike yesterday's video, we're actually going to take the class setup that we laid out for us, so hopefully there's no bugs or anything like that. Field microphone does give us that mini advanced UAV-like effect, which is really nice in this game. In the wildcard slot now, this is an interesting weapon. You can take gunfighter for this, and you can throw on what we're not actually taking in the attachment slot. So 8 attachments is going to be good for this, but I still can't get over perk greed, man. Having those extra perks is so super strong in this game. Now, of course, our perks as follows are the usual setup. We got flak jacket, of course, for that explosive resistance. We got forward intel, so we can see where enemies are respawning, as well as having a larger minimap. Then we want those perk to assassin for that extra piece of information on the minimap, as well as scavenger, meaning we get more ammo as we do run around killing people, and ninja and ghost, meaning we stay off of the radar, and as well, we don't make sound when we are running around. So the Groza, we have the natural order blueprint here today, which is a very, very nice looking variant. It's got a little bear's head on the iron sight, which is really, really sweet. For our attachments, they are as follows. Now, the Groza, as you may know if you've tried this out before, does have a lot of recoil. Like, it is a very, very difficult to control weapon, but if you can control it with the KGB Eliminator, which is what we're taking here, it's really, really powerful. So we take that KGB Eliminator to give us that vertical recoil control of 17%. In the barrel slot, we do have two main options, be that the VDV reinforced barrel for a 100% increase to our damage range, as well as a 40% increase to our bullet velocity, or the GRU composite for 25% increase to both of those stats and no negatives. We are going to take the GRU composite here because this doesn't actually give us any negatives. The negatives are actually kind of relevant here with that aim walking movement speed being lowered by 20%. We want to take that GRU composite barrel. Under barrel slot, of course, we're going for that Spetsnaz grip, being able to get those recoil control attachments and statistics. Because this thing does have a lot of recoil, this is a necessary attachment here. In the handle slot, we're going for that GRU elastic wrap as usual. Again, aim down, side speed, flinch distance, and of course aim while going prone. Really hard to go past this. It does reduce our shooting movement speed and our sprint to fire speed, but we do have attachments to make up for that, including the KGB pad here, which does increase our sprint to fire speed by 30% and the aim walking movement speed by 40%. You can, of course, take those 8 attachments and then throw on like a mag clamp, a steady aim laser, and then an optic if you do prefer. But you can get away with 5 attachments with this thing, and it feels really, really nice here. So as you usually do with these class setups, we're just going to jump into some gameplay here and have an excellent time. This thing is fairly difficult to control, but if you do master the recoil with the Groza, this thing absolutely shreds people. Alrighty, so the Groza is one of those weapons that is fairly interesting in this game. It's been massively overlooked for like ages, which is a real shame because it's fairly interesting. Like, it is a fun weapon to use and you can do some serious work with it. Like, you get kills with this weapon if you do manage to learn the recoil pattern. You basically need to learn it though. Like, if you don't know where this weapon's going to bounce and like how it's going to move and how it's going to react to you shooting it, well, you're going to struggle a little bit. But if you do come into this train, like off the rip on Express, man, you're going to get some kills. You just got to wait. Make sure anybody who might... Okay. I was just about to say... Make sure anybody who might be coming through the opposite side of the train has already come through before. Man, that is unfortunate timing. It doesn't matter. What I was going to say doesn't actually matter. It's fine. We'll continue on our way. But I mean, This weapon is still good. Like, it's overlooked because it's kind of hard to use. Like, that recoil can be a little bit inconvenient sometimes, and that's a shame because, I mean, when it's one of the weapons in the battle pass, people want them to be good and usable. How are we getting dominated? What are the... Come on. The Akimbo Magnums can screw you sometimes, and it's not good. But as you have seen many, many times... Nope. Oh, man, that is unfortunate. But yeah, as you have seen many, many times on the channel, we will just be, like, mostly focusing on rotating in and out of these areas of the map. Like, he will peek back in here. No? We go. Come on, get me up there. Yeah, I know, we're getting shot at. I know, leave me alone. I know, leave me alone. No! I knew it! I knew that was going to happen. I knew what was going on. We got the kill on that guy there. There's always going to be somebody trying to take B because it's a fairly hard, like, point to take when there's a lot of angles looking at you on that B flag a lot of the time. So most of the time people will just try and take it. They got to be a bit brazen. They just got to stand on it and hope they don't die. I got to drop down here instead of going to the right like I normally would have. We did still get the elim there. That's okay. Check that away. I don't want to be dealing with that. Very few people actually end up coming down this way. Like, not a lot of people end up coming down this ramp, so you can make an educated guess as to how safe you are going to be sort of holding those stairs back there. And most of the time you're going to be fine. Like, a lot of the time you're going to be okay. A lot of people don't usually come down this way. You will still get the occasional person who does drop down here every time, and that's why we do check down here with the sights raised. But how cool are the iron sights on this thing? Look at the bear, man. Look at the bear. Very, very cool. We should be able to come up behind the B flag here and take out our man there. No. Oh, the timing. Again, how... I must be the most COD timinged person in the universe, I think. Like, there's probably no one who gets COD timinged more than me, man. And with the recoil that I was speaking of earlier, most of the time, the actual iron sight will help you with that, as it is fairly easy to adjust because it is a very, very nice looking iron sight. It's really nice and clean. So yeah, got that needle-like iron sight, which is super clean. No, they ran away. Okay. Well, I'm going this way. Cover me, dude. No. Every time. Like, yes, I get the kill on this dude. It'd be easy. Nah. Dude comes up behind me, shoots me in the back. Every time, man. Oh, the counter UAVs are really annoying in this game. And it's like, oh, we'll run the SAM turret or run a counter UAV yourself. But shut up. And we got a kill with it. We got a kill with it. I mean, I wasn't really expecting to get that kill with that, but I mean, it's always good to chuck. Ooh. No, as if this dude's insane. Admittedly, this has not been my best game, but I mean, we're doing okay. This isn't a weapon that I use all the time, but as it was requested by somebody in the comment section, old lazy, I don't have the name on top of my head. I actually can't remember. Sorry, but you get the comment flashed up on screen. I can't remember what your name was. Sorry, I do appreciate you leaving that comment, letting me know what you wanted to see. But like, oh. This thing does take some getting used to, and it is a weapon that does require you to practice with it. Like, it does need you to know how the recoil is going to bounce, and it does take a few games, but if you do play a few games with a weapon, and you do okay, well, you know what happens. You get that skill-based matchmaking, you start getting into lobbies that are absolutely insane, and, like, if you're not using, like, top 2 meta weapons in those games, well, you are going to struggle. We stuck him, so it's okay. So yeah, it's one of those things. If you don't use a weapon all the time, it can take a little while to learn. Hello. Recoil, control patterns, and other things like that, but this weapon does get easier to use as you sort of start playing with it. As you start using it more often, it does actually get easier to use. Yo, chill. Got me jumping, dude. Of course. Of course. Look at that guy. He just... What is that? If he's taking that flag, I shouldn't spawn there. No. Oh, it happened to me. It happened to me. Somebody is in the train here. I knew it. I knew it. Come out of the train, you coward. Yes, we got our war machine. Watch me die immediately. Okay, well, we fired one grenade now. We've only got one kill with it, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I think we'll be okay. No! How did he get back there so quickly? Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, that's been my luck this game. Hello? Hello? Come here. No. Alright, we'll have our final thoughts on this in just a second here. That was a very wild ride. That we deserved to lose that game, but that was super frustrating. So as we showed off there, guys, the Groza is an absolutely great weapon in this game. It's definitely not one of the top tier, like definitely SS tier weapons because of that recoil. It can be a little bit difficult to control, but it is one of those things where if you actually manage to learn the recoil pattern and other things to go with this weapon, you can absolutely dominate people. It's awesome in this game. A little bit forgotten, but as we are ending Season 1 right now, we wanted to take a look at this just before it did roll out. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this one, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do massively appreciate it, and it really does help me out. Seeing those little numbers grow up all the time is massive. We are also looking for 5,000 subscribers pretty soon and 10,000 by the end of the year, so if you could help me in achieving those goals, that would be absolutely massive. Thank you very much for watching this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!